Good morning. So for these tests, we're back in Gauntlet here. Essentially, I'm looking to set up a test that would see changes move from the left to the right side of the architecture. Here, watch your eyes. So essentially, I want to set up some full integration test to see data move from this SQLite database to this one here. Currently, Gauntlet has a puppeted application here, has a VFS, and at the moment they deal with things happening with the same database. So it would be more as if these two were on the same box interacting with the same SQLite. So I'm looking for a slightly different setup. Hmm. If I change these so that they're in different directories altogether, then my current tests aren't that useful. I think I need to extend it a little bit. I do think that it's useful to have more than one process on each side, the left and the right side. Um, Currently, we have left and right, but these are in the same machine, if you will. I would like to preserve that. Inside of prepared test directory, At our test directory, we would need to have a mutation directory and a reader directory. So kind of reader and writer, readers being on the right side here and writers being on the left. So we could do that. What else would we need? We would need. So currently we have one app running. Well, two, but they're in the same directory. So I'm treating that as one. We would need maybe a proxy, but not yet. So essentially, we need an additional app directory, data plane twice, one for each of the directories, and then data archive running. Gonna pour some water. Okay. All right. Have to have this here mapped. We will omit this. Essentially, we'll just need the telemetry bits, logging. Make sure everything's committed. Looks good. Removing all that, that's fine. We get our test directory. Now this needs to change. Let's also create two of these. Let's see. We also want something similar to that, but this is right. Read. And then we want this for each one of those. Ordering is important. And why not just have this be a call to a function? I can do that twice. There should be some subtle differences, though. Okay. Server comments. Okay. So we create each machine, configure the machine, write and read. Okay. So at this point, we need the data archive configuration to be specified in this directory. Each of the data plane configurations to be in each one of these directories. It's close. It's awfully close. This is subtly wrong. Let's say data archive. This here is what? This is the config of the gauntlet program itself. This guy. Big file. Okay. Set environment variable. Good. So then this is the configuration. Well, not the one on the right, but that's the configuration for the VFS. Got it. Okay, I'm going back. It's interesting. I was thinking something very similar, and that value for test index would actually be passed in. There we go. Might work. Okay. So, oh, and Elias, thank you for that follow. So we have our configuration. We need some sort of like a base port number for these things. Let's see. What do we want to do that? I want to pass that in. File level, I'm going to say is the same as hotel level for now. I do like the idea of passing port in, something like that. And here, base port, this be some sort of offset. Come back and configure that in a minute. Darshan, what is this stream about? Good morning. We're currently in the process of building some um, rather complex integration tests for, and I'm going to show you the systems diagram, but it's a bit bright, so guard your eyes. Unfortunately, this section here doesn't have an inverted color. But this is our system that we're building. We're looking to build a system that can detect changes in a SQLite database and replicate them to other machines. We do this by using a virtual file system plugin for SQLite that will notify our data system that there's been a mutation. The data system collects the mutation, sends it through, and applies the change to the database on the other machines. Can we just see the write-ahead log? Can't we just see the write-ahead log? Well, if one machine is in New York and the other is in Sydney, Australia, seeing a write-ahead log doesn't work very well. If you had network-mounted partitions, SQLite doesn't like to have multiple processes writing to a write-ahead log across network partitions, network file systems. It won't do it. I also would like to have point-in-time DB recovery and a bit more robustness in case one of the machines goes down. The other machines can rebuild the databases and continue on. That's a good question. Yeah, I'm happy to answer more questions if you have them. But this is the expected architecture at this moment. It is the 5th version of the architecture. Will they be broadcasting entries to other databases? So any mutation that happens on the, let's say, mutation machine would get broadcast out to the other machines that are subscribed to that change. I do believe that most web applications could scale very, very, very well if they were partitioned correctly. So in this design, it encourages people to think about how they would like to partition their data very early on in their design. Hey, good morning. I have no idea how to pronounce CVUSMO. And thank you for the raid again yesterday. Can I call you CV or what's your preferred? Darshan, thank you for the follow. Code Hassan Ali, thank you for the follow. So this is our systems diagram. It's fun. And at the moment we're configuring this piece here in the integration tests. The configuration for these machines, or rather this side here, specifically the VFS, is already done. One thing that's subtly different from this diagram is that there are actually two applications in the what I call the gauntlet, our integration tests, that both share the same database here. So It's a little bit more complicated in the integration tests, but oh, interesting. You actually built a database from scratch in Golang a while ago, similar to SQLite. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Were you inspired by SQLite? For me, targeting SQLite is um, one of the goals because it is so prevalent. I didn't want to create my own thing, and that seemed like a larger lift, quite frankly. Let's say prepare test directory. We need the port. Let's just put that in here as 7,000 for a moment. Okay. So our test directory now has two machines configured for the VFS. This name is a bit misleading. Let's config. Let's rename this from the bottom up. This is right. Let's say VFS config. Okay. It says more of a configure VFS. Okay. I think that reads a little better. So we have data archive. The VFSs. Now we need data plane. So Darshan, when building out your database system, what were the kind of guarantees you were looking for? Were you looking for ACID compliance, embeddability? You say it's similar to SQLite, but I'm curious where you differ and why. Oh, it's a toy database you built to learn how SQLite works. Oh, that's fun. Going to need a couple more ports here. Let's see, prepare test directory. We will have data archive port, base port +1. That's fine. That is also fine with me. Okay. Data plane port, that's fine. Read, write, good. Okay. Let's get that file. This one has a little bit more stuff in it. So data plane has the listen port, which we're not actually using, but we'll configure anyways. Application DB dir. Okay. That's doable. Mutation direct file. Can do. Okay, most of these are optional. It's fine, it's fine. I hit I a second time. Why did it do that? Am I using Z? I am not using Z. I had been using Z before. This is actually cursor. Let's see. How do you split a cursor? Yes. Hey, 715209. That's going well, thank you. I'm learning Visual Studio Code again. Where is... Good Hasanali. Hey, good morning. We're building a replication system for SQLite. Just a moment while I try to figure out my key commands for splitting a cursor. Do they have a website or something? Marketplace. Whoa, that's bright. Grab that. Quit Safari. What's splitting a cursor? Essentially, maybe I'm just saying it incorrectly, but the idea is that here, in Helix or in some other systems like with NeoVim, I could basically put a cursor at the beginning of each line. So I selected a blob, right? which you could do with like a VI square bracket or some such, like so. Now, if I wanted to split the cursor, Shift I. It is. Thank you. I did not know that. Very useful. Thank you. Let's clean up the one at the end. Thank you very much. Um, you're also getting into Rust. Started around 4 to 5 months ago. Oh, that's pretty cool. Welcome. Welcome. And just to, I'm not sure if you saw it earlier, but here's the systems architecture. So essentially, you have a proxy that sends mutations to the mutation machine, reads to the read machine. Mutations would change the SQLite database. We would detect the changes via a VFS that we've written in Rust. The VFS would notify data plane over a FIFO. Data plane would collect the changes and send them to our distribution system. We're calling it data archive. Data archive would store and stream the changes to other data planes, which would apply the changes to the SQLite database on the readers. That's kind of the 10,000 foot view. And thus far we have, let's say, 80% of this working. This little connection here in the middle has been the focus of our efforts recently. I know there's a little bit over here with this applying the changes here. We need to apply them to the wall log. At the moment, we are just applying them to the database itself. Yeah, it's about where we are at the moment. Oh, you mostly develop mobile apps. Okay, so we have most of that in place. Now we need some of these. Now this path here, the application database directory, what is it set to? That's just DBs. I think we're supposed to have it the same. Like so. Mutation FIFO. Let's go back to where that was. Oh goodness, I forgot to look. Data archive, VFS. Oh, that's on line 29. I was heading the wrong directory. It's just called mutation.FIFO. Okay. Okay. All right. Now here we also want these. You've been thinking about how a global stream ingest system would look. Might be fun to make. That would be cool. Let's say console level, hotel level. Now, what would we call this? This would be tester path. Yeah, that could be hotel level. Data plane.toml. That's fine. Okay. So we have data plane port, data archive port. Cannot find hotel level. That's fine. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. The RTMP streamer. Where is that? That's on SourceSet. Where is it? What did we call it? It's not wait for it until no, no, no. Stitch? Yeah, Stitch. This guy. Huh. But yeah, that does a lot of buffering. Because early on Starlink, my networking was not as stable as it is now. Thank you for everybody that hits the little refresh button. Yeah, 4 years ago. Yeah, configure all of those. Most of that looks good. We'll see if it winds later. Am I still on Starlink? I am. I am on Starlink. It has become more stable. Um, okay. Line. That all seems fine. Okay. Lots of test configurations being created. Let's do a cargo test gauntlet. Or cargo. Next test run. Oh, it doesn't understand no capture. Interesting. That's so much prettier. Okay. Could not read config file. Simple update and read. Yes. Because now it's in a subdirectory. Good morning. Good Karsh. Good morning. Yeah, sqlite is the name of the crate that I use. Not mine. I didn't write it. Okay, so let's see where we actually start these things up. Apparently the directory is not correct. Karsh. Sounds good, Karsh. Welcome. Okay, so where do we run these things? We hit new, prepare the test directory, test path, so spawn child doesn't know about. Actually, we're not spawning enough children. Now we need left, right for the mutation machine and the read machine. I don't think we need two for the read machine, though. Oh, might be nice just to have parity, though. Right, left. Read left. Right, right, okay. Save that. Now these guys here, we need quite a few more. Child, child. Right, left. Thank you. What do I think? Watching Twitch streams and tutorial hell, the same thing? Oh, I don't know. I think they're subtly different. We go on tangents. Yeah. So we need these paths corrected. Now it feels like I should be returning multiple path buffs. So we've configured multiple directories. A test directory path to read in the right machine. Let's create a little structure for that. Testers. Right path. Read path. Don't need those. Data archive path. Sounds good. That, which is technically the top. Let's instead call it base path. Something like that. Okay. This line goes away. Pair these up. The writer and the reader. That looks right. Oh, interesting. This now changes. This. Hmm. Let's just say testers. Get rid of test path. Data receiver. We're going to get rid of that too. I don't think it's actually used. Okay. A sec, I'm going to let the dog out. Be right back. And we're back. Hola. Good morning, ICS boys. How are ya? And thank you for the raid. Happy Tuesday. What was your stream today? Let's see. Fighting with Twitch API and subscription return messages. Oh, we've all been there. Some of my earlier streams were figuring out how to make a Twitch bot and all that. As you can see now, I have no chat on screen, no alerts. Yeah. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. There are some good libraries out there, though, that are helpful. DB name these two here. Now in this case, I want to get rid of, I think I'm going to get rid of db's path. Get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, it's going to break some things, but that's all right. Because now, depending on what we're actually talking about, do one or the other. Clean up wait, what? Clean up the directory before the test? Oh, okay. Get paths with prefix. Seems like it would work. Okay, where are things falling apart? Remove files. Are we actually calling remove files? Oh, here and clean up. Okay. So we really want the base path itself, that testers.base path. Good. Load VFS, shut down. There's quite a few more of these now, aren't there? Hmm. Is this used? Get paths with prefix. Okay. And that's looking for wall logs, preserved wall logs. Okay. Hmm. Okay, this I think has to be made more generic because we don't know what the base path is that they're looking for. We could do base path for now. That's going to return everything. Probably too much. Okay. Load VFS. Hmm. Okay. Yes, most of these errors here, we'll just use one machine for this. These are all, yeah, they're all right. Nope, these are right as well. Okay. Nope, that one's all right. Hmm, lovely. Good. It compiled. Panicked at this location. Load VFS. Okay. Left one. SQLite failure. Not create FIFO path. Ah, yes. Okay. Cannot create FIFO path. Interesting. Who's trying to create a FIFO path? I think this is actually used in that way. I think it's trying to open a FIFO path. FIFO snafu. Hmm. Data plane, VFS. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So this is not quite right. Essentially, we're just trying to canonicalize it. If it doesn't exist, we can't do that. Okay. All right. We fixed the error message. No such file or directory. It would be nice to know what that path is. I don't know. What do we have at that location? We do have the mutation FIFO, which is a path buff. Surprised. Not create FIFO path. That's not. Did we not save this? Or did it not build? Ah, it did not, because that's the VFS, cargo build. And the tests, when you run the tests, that does not build the VFS. Okay. There we go. Okay. So it looks like the mutation FIFO bit is correct. It's just that the process was started in the wrong directory. So if we go back to the correct directory, close that. We corrected that message. Swan child. I would have thought that the write path and the read path was enough. Oh, well, of course it can't canonicalize the FIFO because we commented that out. Let's put it back just for a moment. And this is not at that location. It should actually be duplicated. One for the read and one for the write. Right path, read path. This is kind of silly because we're not going to keep this. I just want to see if in a couple moments we could get the test to move a little bit further down. Disk IO error. Oh, that's better. Lots of processes being told to load the VFS now. That's lovely. We do this twice. Why? I don't remember anymore. We do it in the thread loop and then in the command loop. Where would we prefer it? Let's see. Who calls the thread loop? Okay. And the thread loop calls the command loop. Get rid of this one. Oh, that's better. Good. Okay. So we've made a number of changes and broken things. Let's focus on one test. Wait, one test passed? Okay, but it's expecting not to be able to open files. Okay. Hmm. That's funny. Let's do the simple update and read. Okay, one failed, 88 skipped. Good. So I was told to load the VFS. Simple update and read. Told to open that location. I don't know that. I mean, it seems like it's opening the toml configs correctly. Okay. Leak. What does leak mean? Is it actually checking for memory leaks? If so, that's awesome. One leaky. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's do some more gauntlet tests. Okay. 7 passed. 1 failed. Interesting. Which one failed? Does the same one always fail? Could not insert without a connection. Oh, okay. This is. It should be working, but this is that test there. It has a history. Okay. 7 passed. 1 failed. Okay. Not too bad. I feel like we could push ahead a little bit. Um, I would like to get data archive running instead of and fix the leak portion here. So let's do that. Wait, we're missing one, aren't we? Right, left, right. Why are there so many? It should be 8, but not. Yeah, this is messed up now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no, no. There should only be 4. There should only be 4. That's strange. Okay, good. Still 7 and 1. Good. Gauntlet. Hey, Scott B. How you doing? Okay. This one just doesn't. This one's just grumpy. Could not insert without a connection. Left 2. Hmm. Fascinating. 2 db insert. These are all right, left. Good. Left, 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 left. Okay. Wait. This says right. Left, left. See that? That's the problem there. And why did that change? Ooh. Hyperland, is that is that a Linux app? It was 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Hmm. Okay. Let's take a look at these real quick. Left, left, right. Okay, that's good. Threads not touched. Left, right. Left, right. Good. Left, right. That looks fine now. It's nice having an old 18-inch monitor turned sideways for coding on with NeoVim. Oh, that is nice. I go like back and forth between having my monitors vertical and horizontal. At the moment, I have them horizontal but stacked. Fix that one test. Run all the tests. They all pass. Lovely. Okay. Let's give this a stage. Stage 1. Stage test context. Stage that as well. You read that wrong. 18 monitors turned sideways. Yes, in his command center. buddy, and I could totally see having like 18 old monitors turned. All right, got that. Good there. So now let's get data archive. Okay, that's going to replace these guys. What? Data. Oh, no, no, no. This is not data archive. This would be data plane. Hmm. Should this be renamed like spawn VFS or spawn? I think this is better to say like spawn VFS. It's very. Is it? Is it specific? It doesn't look specific. This, I think, is fine. We could use this. Okay. Except for the one shot. Like, I don't think we need the one shot bit set up. More of like a spawn gladiator. This is the process running through the gauntlet. Let's rename this to Spawn VFS. Hmm. And we should have another one which is very, very similar, but without the one shots. I don't think we need anything special for data plane. We just need to run it. Let's change this a little bit. Swan child. Let's give it something like a data plane exe, data plane. We're going to have a left and a right. No, no, no. We're going to have a write and a read. Okay, data plane read. Okay. That doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. Let's see where this is. Gauntlet. Ooh, interesting. I don't even know if that'll exist. We'll have to see. Only some of these values will get set. Yeah, see, I don't think this one will. Okay. Well, that's too bad. How do we get the path to the VFS? Is that in, here's lib reverb, targeter. Interesting. Function. Let's see if that'll work. Get rid of this one. So we have Spawn Child. You want one of the 37-inch curved monitors going for around $200. But you think it would still take one of your monitors and turn it sideways for reading and coding? To get the length on it? Yeah. The challenge that I've had is, you know, is posture. I find that I end up preferring one monitor over the other. And so if that one preferred monitor isn't straight ahead of me, I'll develop like I don't know, just some sort of neck pain over time. So I find it easier to actually look straight ahead and look up or look down than to look left or right. Um, that's just me. I mean, everybody's different. Ew, we're not going to be returning a child like this. We're going to be returning a standard process child. Mm, yeah. And for me, it got worse as the monitors got larger. I actually have 6 monitors in front of me, two of which are off at the moment. I've got a pair of laptops and then two, I don't know how big these are, monitors straight ahead of me, horizontally stacked, as mentioned before. Um, a laptop on either side of those, and then above the laptop, smaller monitors. Um, but one thing that I really like about the newer monitors is the itty bitty tiny bezel on them, that tiny border. That's been really nice. So getting those stacked monitors nice and tight together is really nice. Let's see. It's not quite like this. We don't have any. Do we have any args that we want to pass? Probably. So the second one is the right path? And the arg? Yeah. No, that's messed up. Well, I'll poke around a little bit more with blah, blah, blah. I'll poke around a bit more on this. Um, I need to get ready for a meeting. So I'm going to call it here. Uh, tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to stream, but Thursday and Friday I should be back on. All right, y'all. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye.